Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my corner of the internet. My name is Jason and today we're back with some more Elder Scrolls 2 Daggerfall. Last time we came into this place here, which name escapes me. I just know it belongs to Mr. Woodbourne. Woodbourne Hall, because the spirit of the late ghost, the late ghost Lysandus told us that he was betrayed and basically he died because of Lord Woodbourne. And so we've come here, seeking some way, some means to either humiliate or, I don't know, eliminate him. So that's what we are doing here. And so last time we left off, we got to this elevator, and I want to go ahead and hit the lever so that we can ride the elevator up. It's not quite as fun as a button, but it gets the job done. Now I'll check that place on the way down. That always kind of annoyed. Oh, it didn't always kind of annoy me. It just annoys me in Daggerfall when you get. Oh yeah, I'm back up to the. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah. So it's this here. I just need to get this block in place. The way the elevators work in this game actually kind of drive me a little bit nuts because I'd like it if they would. Let you stop at each floor. That'd be nice, but I'm gonna go ahead and guess that for programming reasons they didn't do that. They're like, oh, we can't figure this out. We know that they couldn't figure out a lot of things, like well, maybe it's not that they couldn't figure it out, it's just that they didn't have the time for it. Another unicorn horn, apparently. These are rare, but this is the third one I've come across on my voyage. Let's go ahead and take it for kicks, but I can't because I can't carry any more stuff. Is there anything I absolutely don't need to be carrying with me? I'm so tempted to drop that book that we read last time. There it is, King Edward Part 2. It's 2 whole kilograms. Now, the reason I want to drop it is, if you didn't stick around last time, it was actually a pretty terrible book. I did not like it. I don't know, maybe it wasn't that bad, but there was so many, the text was coming off the pages, and not in the good way. It wasn't like, man, the story just spoke to me. The letters, like the words that jumped off the page and the story came to life. No. They were bugged up, and it was absolutely terrible. I almost said terrible. It was terrible, people. It was terrible. Don't you understand? It was terrible. What do we got here? A dwarven curse. Oh man, I wish I could wear these things, but because of my class, that is restricted, and I'm not allowed to wear it because I don't know reasons. There are enemies nearby. Good to know. I'm gonna go ahead and use my healing training spell, get my health up just a little bit higher. So it was kind of like right around that halfway point. So I was kind of like, maybe we need to boost that up just a touch. But yeah, like. Daggerfall is so stinking buggy, which I'm sure you're already aware of by now, but I was doing a little bit of reading. It's not something I like to do. Well, I love reading. It's just reading about the game. It's not something I typically like to do. I like to be competent enough with the game that I'm not sitting there going, I don't know what button to press. But I like it to be blind enough that there's still surprises and I'm still discovering and learning things when I'm playing a game. It doesn't always happen like on here, but that's one thing I try to shoot for. And so anyways, I was doing some reading, and apparently some of the letters needed to complete the main quest won't even be delivered to you. Like in some cases, the letter won't be delivered. Some letters won't be delivered to you. Some cases, just some triggers, like some dungeons, will form without an actual way for them to be completed. So some of the dungeons, there's actually no way to complete them. Like there's like maybe you have an objective somewhere, and the way they form that, let's say you need to find a particular artifact, they can actually form in such a way that the artifact is in a cell that is completely inaccessible. Now, of course, what I was reading might be a little bit outdated, and that might have been fixed in a patch, but I find it so, maybe not so interesting, but I find it interesting that it was so badly put together. Is this just a floating room? Yeah, there's a room here that I know exists, yet I don't see any path to get to it. There's an elevator here that leads up to the top floor. Wait, what? Okay, so if I continue off to off this way here, there should be an elevator, and this elevator should take me up. And that should lead me to an area that I have not yet been. So let's go ahead and hit the lever. Oh, awesome, it's coming from the bottom. That's just what I wanted. And we're gonna go ahead and head up here. That's so weird. But this is the hall again. Oh, it's doing the whole drawing thing. Because I was too low, it wouldn't show me the area I had already seen. Okay, and that would explain where this thing was. Daggerfall, your map system, it's wonderful. It's truly a thing of beauty. And there we go, we've got the next piece in, or next piece in place of the platform. So yeah, some of the bugs might have been fixed in the patch. I haven't had a chance to look over, like, patch notes or anything, if those even exist. But those are some bugs that were present. Another one of note I discovered, and I don't know, once again, I don't know if the patch actually corrected this, but apparently, you could get, let's say if you maxed out all of your skills, no, all of your stats, that's right, if all of your stats were maxed out, and then you leveled up, what would happen is it would, whoa, seriously, that was not cool. I almost died there. So let's go ahead and use our healing spell a bit, and that is going to, there we go. I'm gonna kill you so that I don't have to worry about you while I'm fighting fireball slinging person over there. What are you? You're very bright. A Mithril Wakizashi. Huh. It seems brighter than the other one I have in my inventory. Let me see. Weapons and armor. Do I have another one in my inventory? I don't. I think I actually dropped off all my mithril. Okay, so we have an enemy that is at range. And we need to go ahead and deal with him. Or her. Well, I don't know. We need to deal with them. They're over there. So what I'm going to do, my health is up. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to my bow. And that way there we'll also be able to get rid of some of our arrows. So I'll jump around the corner and fire off some arrows at them, hopefully taking them out. There we go. Oh, awesome! He fell all the way down to the bottom. All right, let's go ahead and see if we can't find him. Is he still alive, or did the fall kill him? I need to know this. Does falling damage kill enemies in this game? Or are they immune to fall damage? Are they? I don't see it. Is he dead? Is he one of those bodies? Is this him? I could be him. I don't know. It very well could be. Huh. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do while I'm here? There's all kinds of loot all over the floor, right? Now I do have a bunch of books in my inventory. I want to access my wagon. Yes, let's go ahead and access the wagon and drop some things in there. That way there I'll have some room. So there we go. I'll drop some. I'm just gonna throw all the books and these icon things, or these holy dagger wood thingamabobs. I'm gonna throw all of those in there, and that way there I should be able to at least pick up. Is that a ring? Just have a random ring in my inventory. Okay, that's cool. And that way there I'll be able to pick up things again. Oh, there we go. Bam. All right, now we should have some inventory space. So we're at 132 out of 150. There we go. All right, there we go. So now I'll go ahead and we'll say grab some loot if there's if there is anything of worth down here. I think I only became encumbered as I went a little bit further through the dungeon, so there shouldn't be any gold on these corpses. No, we're good. All right, let's go ahead and actually switch back to our where's our thingamajigs? There we go. That and that. That should do the trick for us. All right, let's go ahead and run on back up and continue exploring that part. As I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted by Fireball Guy, the soft lock, right? If you maxed out your attributes, but your skills weren't, and then you got another level after your attributes were already maxed out, the game would lock up because you'd be stuck at the level up screen because it won't let you leave the screen until you've allocated all your additional attribute points. And since all of your attributes are already at the maximum level that they can be, they can't progress any further. So you actually can level yourself to a dead end in the game, which would really suck. I don't know if that was fixed in the patch. I am running the patch version, which is actually not included with the anthology. I've mentioned this before, but I think it's absolutely ridiculous how Bethesda, they're like, let's put together the anthology. It's going to have all the, you know, it's going to have the mainline Elder Scrolls games. And I actually think the anthology as a whole was very poorly put together. You know, non-patched version of games. Arena as well, if I recall correctly, was not the patched version. Daggerfall was not the patched version. The maps that were included, I'll go over all this in my in a video I had, you know, for the introduction to this entire sort of playthrough through the series. But like the map, for example, of, was it Morrowind and Oblivion were incomplete. They did not include expansion areas. And I really felt that the Morrowind map included with the anthology was, is this magically held? I need to see. Nope, it's not. All right, well, I'll continue trying to beat this down. But yeah, I felt like the map, it lost a lot because it was they're all in sepia tone, and I felt like it actually lost a lot, losing the color from it. And that's the Morrowind map. That's not important, but yeah, that was kind of poorly handled, I think. Morrowind was actually missing some content. The Oblivion, you could only get some of the content if you installed it through Steam. It wasn't included on the discs. Whoa, okay. Now, I have a choice here. Do I switch to a... No, I don't. I was like, now, do I switch to a blade that's not broken, or do I continue punching this guy in the face? It looks like we continued punching the guy in the face, and that worked out just fine for us. We're gonna grab some gold pieces, and we're gonna go ahead and equip a different weapon. It was kind of fun jumping into hand-to-hand there real quick, but our adamantium dagger is broken. We're gonna go ahead and switch to our adamantium longsword. Or short sword. Short sword. Yes, it's a short sword. It's not the long sword. You can tell because it's shorter. Alright, I'm actually kind of hurt. Let's see, can I rest? Like, at least give me like 2 hours. My stamina's low, my health is kind of lower. Whoa, jumping, stealth, backstabbing, short blade, critical strike, and something else went up. Speaking of level ups, here we go. Actually, okay, I'm like, I still have some stats that are pretty low, so I don't have to worry about hitting this cap and finding out if it's the patch did its job. You know what? Honestly, I think intelligence is probably the best place to start putting things. Yeah, probably. So let's go ahead and slap some points into intelligence, and this will give us a total of 144 spell points. And since we leveled up, and we are now, I've already forgotten the level 13, I think it was? Yes. Since we're level 13, now our spells do even more damage. They're even more potent. Let me see. My healing spell, it cost me, what, 15 before to cast? It still costs 15. What was Troplet? Troplet cost like 70-something, 75. So yeah, it doesn't look like it affects the spell cost any. That's I think, strictly a skill thing. You know, as your skill in that area increases, you'll become more efficient at casting that. But at least we got some more spell points, and our spells are more potent, which means, you know, they're going to just be better. I don't think he sees me. Oh yeah, he sees me. I don't think he sees me and get an arrow in the face. I think he sees me. All right, come on up, come on. Let's go. Let's do this, guy. You, me, this sword, and your axe. And the warrior just died. Go ahead and grab some more gold, man. I am making out like a bandit, which is kind of great because I'm a Nightblade, and that's kind of what I am. I am a bandit. I've got 72 grand sitting in my inventory. You know, I'm kind of wondering, I'm like, I owe that bank over in that territory that I've already forgotten where it was, but I think it was Wayrest, was it? No, Menevia. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Over on that eastern side of the map, I owe some bank a lot of money. I'm like, you know, I could probably throw that together. I could probably pay that back. I'm kind of curious to see what happens when I don't pay it back. They're probably going to send, you know, just generic enemies at me. It's gonna be like warriors attacking you, and there's gonna be a little message that comes up that says, you need to pay your debt, so he's gonna try to kill me. And then I'll kill him and then steal his money. And then I'll continue killing the people they send after me, and then using their money, and then eventually I'll amass so much of their money, I'll just go back and just pay it off with the money they gave me by sending people after me to kill me. Yeah, I think that sounds like fun. I think that's probably close to what's going to happen. Because I'm like, I don't know if I really wanted to spend all that money. I'd rather buy a house, you know? I could go ahead and repay my loan, or I could buy a house. That's something I could do. I like that idea. All right, so, well, let's see. I was kind of wondering how much of the dungeon there would be after I did that first part, because I liked that first part where you had to go around, find the levers to sort of set up the sort of rampways, whatever, to get to the upper floors to get to the next part. And I was wondering, you know, after that, would it basically be like, all right, now you're basically at Woodbourne, you're at the last part of the dungeon and you've completed it. But that was kind of foolish thinking, because we are playing Daggerfall and they like to make things big. Everything's got to be big. You know, even the world map is huge. You know, there's been I've seen a lot of talk about that lately. You know, there was the Nintendo Switch announcement. A lot of people are talking about the new Zelda and, you know, how big that game is. And people like to talk about, whenever a new open world game comes out, they always like to go ahead and talk about how huge it is. You know, there's always somebody who's like, well, if there's nothing to do in it, then what good is that? And a lot of the times I'm like, you know what, I feel like sometimes these huge games, they have too much stuff packed in. I'm like, this a landmass this big should not be so packed. You know, I like having moments of tranquility, you know, where you have just sort of wilderness. But then I think, you know what, trying to understand their point of view, as I like to do, I think, well, you know what, I kind of feel the same way with Daggerfall. I feel like there's really nothing in the wilderness. But then again, I haven't done a lot of exploring in the wilderness, so for all I know, there are all kinds of cool and fun things to find in the wilderness that I've just not found. So, you know, it's possible that, you know, Daggerfall's not entirely at fault there. It's possible I just have not explored enough, and that could be because, well, that's actually, it's not could be, it's primarily because I'm playing this for you guys. I realize the game is going to be long enough as is, so I don't want to prolong it even further with, you know, just running around. But Jason, you could go ahead and do this, you know, off screen. You could just go ahead and explore and then, you know, come back to us with a memo or some report with graphs and charts and stuff. And yeah, I could do that. But, you know, my time for recording is limited enough as it is, so doing that would actually still cut into your how much content you guys actually got. So it's a tough thing. But yeah, I find that interesting. Maybe not. I'm using that word too much. At this point here, it's actually not even true. I like thinking about... No, that's not the way I want to phrase this either. How do I want to phrase this? Come on, people, read my mind. What am I trying to say here? Big maps are fun things, yes. Okay, and interestingness of the words of what the heck? I'm like, I have no idea. At one point I just stopped trying. I'm just like, maybe if I just start muttering, you know, random crazy things, people will just be like, oh, I totally get him. I know what he's getting at. That's amazing. What amazing insight. Looks like there was a secret door around here on which side? I've forgotten which side. My left. No, it's my right, you dingbat. Well, that's a pretty big door. And there's nothing in here. There's nothing. Nothing at all. I'm disappointed. Yeah, like, there's certain games where it's really big and it's kind of sparse. It's not like there's quests every 2 steps. You know, Xenoblade Chronicles X for the Wii U is like one of my absolute favorite. I'd say it's probably my second favorite game of all time, right next to Morrowind. And a lot of that game is huge. And there's I'm trying to figure out how to get back here. Okay, I'm a dork. Go back down. Oh, back down, go all the way, and then start looping up north. All right, there we go. I'm gonna rest for a second too. But yeah, the game is so huge, and there's a lot of just wilderness, and a lot of it is just traversing and trying to find a way, you know, over a mountain, excuse me, over a mountain or something, and there's some times where I'm just running and there's nothing happening, and I love that. I love that about games. So I guess as long as you can keep the world interesting. I think I may have mentioned this. Actually, yeah, I think I've crossed it out off my list of topics of things to mention and talk about. I was talking about, you know, depth of mechanics versus depth of world. And I feel like, you know, if you can have a sparse wilderness, and if it is interesting just to be in, then that's a success. That is good. Long hallway. I'm suspicious of something happening here. Because I feel that exploration itself is a mechanic. There are games built around simply exploration. Oh, I did not even see that door. All right. So the knight just died. What is this? A silver staff. Look, it kind of had a reddish tinge to it, so I was like, Daedric? No, it's not Daedric, unfortunately. But yeah. So, wait, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, darn it! Let me see. What was that? I was looked at notes, depth of mechanics. Yeah, as long as things are oh yeah, exploration. There we go. Sorry for stumbling around a little bit. What the heck? What the heck? Whoa, what the heck? Now I'm being arrowed and I'm stuck in a wall and I don't know what's going on. Climbing mode. Okay, I'm out. All right, what happened? I'm now I fell through a trap door. And now I'm in a hallway and I'm injured. Okay, that was kind of cool. See, I like that. To me, that's a kind of an instance of depth of world. You know, I was thinking about what to do. I was like, okay, I'm gonna check the map and stuff, and then all of a sudden, blam! You know, I'm put through the floor. The trap door sends me down a level, and I get hit with an ambush. And that is cool. That's part of an experience, right? You know, that's something you actually were like, yes, this happened. That's the kind of thing you can write down. If you were like chronicling your adventures in Daggerfall into like a journal, that's one of those things you would mark down. You'd be like, and then this happened. That's kind of like one of those, it's a story point, right? And that's cool. I like that. But yeah, like I feel like there are games out there that focus like completely around just exploration. You know, just walking around. I played a game on my channel a little while back called Proteus, and the only mechanic in that game was moving. You walked around, and as you ran up to and ran into things or got close to things, you know, they would react to your presence. But, you know, for the most part, it was walking around and just seeing what you could see. And I love that. And I think that maybe it's a little bit too underplayed that, you know, if a game doesn't have some sort of mechanic to it where you're like stabbing something in the face or shooting something or trying to accomplish some concrete goal, that it is somehow inferior, that it is somehow, you know, that's not a game. Then again, we could always get into the whole debate of what is a game? You know, does this classify as a game? When is it a game and when is it simply an experience or some other crap like that? Did the guy just fall off? There was a guy here. I could have sworn I saw a guy here. No, penumbra's leaking. I swear there was a guy here. Did he fall off? He jumped down or something? Maybe it was Woodbourne. I think that's his name, right? I hope I'm not saying it wrong all this time. Where is it? Woodbourne. There he is. So, Mr. Woodbourne, I just realized something. There was another name in my journal. That was a princess, Elisana. I think I've already made my choice, because I had it in my head. I come here, and then I can maybe humiliate him or something like that. But I think the truth is, my choice was made when I initially set out. I think I could have gone ahead and I could have talked to the princess, and that could have led me down some path to humiliate the guy. Dang, I am now kind of torn. I'm like, I'm actually going to save this as iffy, because I'm not sure if I want to continue with this. Iffy! All right, there we go. I completely spelled that wrong. Yeah, actually, you know, if you're more familiar with, we'll say, there we go, that's where you were. I knew there was someone else down here. If you guys are familiar with this, and if I am indeed right, I can't use, of course I have to remove it, dork. And I am indeed right about, oh, yes, okay. And the fact that, you know, right now I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to end up killing him. And if the other path is, we'll say, more interesting, you know, going ahead to the princess thing, I've actually got no problem leaving the dungeon after this progress and going ahead and trying that other quest line. I think that would be very interesting. So, you know, if you guys, yeah, like I said, if you know better than me and you're like, hey, yeah, that's totally a thing, Jason, let me know, and let me know if you would like to see that route rather than the one I'm taking right now. Okay, let's see here. On, off. Can I just lift it up? I can't open it? No. What if I stand on it? Is it gonna open? Oh, wait, a torch. Nope, torch not gonna do anything. Oh, what if I use grab mode? Grab, no grab? Okay, I could probably climb up there, because it looks like that leads somewhere else. Now, there's a couple little off branches here I haven't explored as well. So there's other little things I need to go ahead and explore, but I am terribly sorry I'm out of time. What I'm going to do, I know we started a book last time. It wasn't all that great. I might try, and if I get a free moment, like tonight after work, before I go to sleep while I'm exhausted, I'll maybe try to record the rest of that book and then just sort of append it. I'll add it on to the end of the next episode or something. But for now, I am out of time. So if you like the content, you like the video, you would like to see more like this, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, leave it a thumbs down. Either way, let me know what you thought in the comment section. And until next time, I would like to ask you all to game on.